I'm Allison. I'm sitting in my new apartment in Seattle, the rain tapping gently against the window. A sense of calm washes over me, a stark contrast to the chaos I left behind. Just a few days ago, I was in the eye of a storm, facing my father and sister in the dining room of the house I once called home. My father, Victor, stood at the head of the table, his face red with anger. His booming voice filled the room as he demanded that I take care of my sister, Lily. Lily, for years older than me, lounged on the sofa, sipping on a glass of wine as if she owned the place. She had divorced her wealthy husband a few months ago and had been living with me ever since, turning my life upside down. "You have to support her, whether you like it or not," my father roared. "If you don't, you can forget about your job at the family business." I looked at him, the fear that once consumed me replaced by a cold, hard resolve. I took a deep breath and said, "You're right. I can't work for the family business anymore." I resigned via email 5 minutes before he walked in. My father's eyes widened in shock. Lily let out a sharp laugh, dismissing my words as a bluff. But I was done being the obedient daughter, the one who always put everyone else's needs before my own. I reached into my pocket and pulled out the key to the front door. I dropped it on the table with a thud. "I sold the house," I said, my voice steady. "The new owners take possession tomorrow at noon. You have 14 hours to get your things out." The room fell silent. My father stared at me, his mouth agape. Lily's face went pale. They had no idea that while they were busy taking over my life, I had been planning my escape. To understand how I got here, I need to go back 3 months. I was the responsible one in the family, the one who kept everything together. I worked at the family business, a furniture company called Oakwood Furnishings, where I was the director of operations. I had dedicated my 20s to the company, sacrificing my personal life to ensure its success. But my father, Victor, took all the credit, while I did all the work. My house was my sanctuary, a place where I could escape the chaos of my family. It was a cozy cottage in a quiet neighborhood, filled with the things I loved. I had spent years renovating it, turning it into a home. But all that changed one night when Lily called me in the middle of the night, sobbing. "He kicked me out," she wailed. "Derek threw me out of the house." I tried to calm her down, but she was hysterical. She told me that she had nowhere to go and needed a place to stay. I reluctantly agreed to let her stay for a few weeks, thinking it would be a temporary arrangement. But Lily had other plans. She arrived at my house with a moving van full of her belongings, as if she was moving in permanently. She took over my living room, rearranging the furniture and filling the space with her things. She ate my food, used my things, and made herself at home. At first, I tried to be patient. I told myself that she was going through a tough time and needed my support. But as the days turned into weeks, her behavior became more and more unbearable. She would stay up late, playing loud music and having parties. She would leave dirty dishes in the sink and clothes on the floor. She even gave a key to my house to her friend, without asking me. I tried to talk to her, to set some boundaries, but she refused to listen. She would tell me that I was being selfish, that I didn't understand what she was going through. My father, who always took her side, would tell me that I had to be more understanding, that family comes first. One day, I came home from work to find that my living room had been painted purple. Lily had hired a contractor to do the work without asking me. I was furious. I confronted her, but she just laughed and told me that it was an improvement. That was the last straw. I realized that I couldn't let her continue to take advantage of me. I started to plan my escape. I found a real estate agent, Tara, who helped me sell my house quickly. I also started looking for a new job, one that would take me far away from my family. I knew that my father would be angry when he found out that I had sold the house and quit my job. But I didn't care. I was done being a prisoner in my own life. I was ready to start over, to build a new life for myself. So, I packed my bags and left the house. I drove to the airport and caught a flight to Seattle. As the plane took off, I looked out the window at the city below, feeling a sense of relief. I was finally free. Now, as I sit here in my new apartment, I look back on the past few months and realize that it was all worth it. I may have lost my house and my job, but I gained my freedom. I am no longer a prisoner of my family's expectations. I am free to live my life on my own terms. I know that my father and sister will be angry with me. They may even try to contact me to try to convince me to come back. But I won't let them. I have learned my lesson. I will never let anyone take advantage of me again. I am Allison, and I am free.